Good afternoon, everyone. It's an immense pleasure to have you all for today's webinar. I, Saurabh Khandre, Senior Manager of FDI of Crescendo Worldwide, welcomes you for this session. This online webinar is organized by Crescendo Worldwide in association with Z Special Economic Zone, Luanda, Angola. Today's agenda: Angola is the premier investment destination in Africa with tremendous potential in the field of agriculture. It is ever-growing sector that provides both formal and informal employment for more than 30% of the population in Angola. The country has tremendous fertile land available and used to diverse ecology. It has the potential to become the leading agriculture country in Africa. The online webinar organized by ZIS, a special economic zone in Luanda, in association with Crescendo Worldwide and Angola Agency of Private Investment and Promotion of Export AIPEX, will focus in upcoming investment opportunities in the agriculture and processing sector of Angola. Now we'll move on to the presentation and give you more information about Angola, the business possibilities according to the given index. So let's start with the presentation for today's webinar. I welcome you all. Market potential on agro and food processing companies in Luanda, Angola. So moving to the next slide. Yeah, this is the index that we are going to cover up these points about Angola, India-Angola relation, Angola agriculture food sector review, so the overview, trade, fair and exhibition, association and chambers, step for success, form of expansion. So let's move it. And the most important is question and answers, which are very important. So today's presenter, this is Saurabh from Crescendo Worldwide, Senior Manager FDI. We have Mr. Antonio Henrique de Silva, the Chairman of Board of Director, AIPEX and Z, Lelo Francisco from AIPEX as well. He's the executive member of the Board of Director. So let's talk about the Angola. It's Luanda is the largest city in Angola, and it has the area is like 1.247 million kilometers. The GDP for Angola is 61.4 billion USD, and the population is 32.9 million. As the metro population is 8.3 million. The native language is Portuguese language. So let's have an overview of the ecosystem. The 7th largest country in Africa, Angola, and Luanda is the largest city in Angola. The 3rd largest market for the agriculture export in Africa. Country with more than 3 million hectares of Arabian land and more than 1,600 kilometers of coast. Has a privileged river basin, which represents 12% of the African water tables. That means it has a very good opportunity for the agriculture in terms of water resource. Has a diverse climate which helps you growing with both tropical and semi-tropical crops. The substitute crop includes coffee, bananas, timber, tobacco, and sunflower. It's into agriculture. So if you're talking about into agriculture, it is a source of employment of food supply, which gives the half of the percent of into working population. Yeah. So Angola Facts. An African country is a huge potential into natural resources such as oil, gas, diamond, iron, gold, as well as such more of them. Growing, it's a several business opportunities find such as agriculture, fishing, and farming, and many others you can see on the screen. Angola is one of the Africa's most resource-rich country, which gives a privilege for all the African countries, and the 2nd largest oil producer after Nigeria. So the oil sector accounts for 1/3 of the GDP and more than 90% of export, as well as the 4th largest producer in values of diamond. If we talk about the Angola's breakdown, as you see, the employment sector is in agriculture, they have got 50.20% if you compare like manufacturing and services. So So the employment by sector, I see the agriculture have got 44.90%, and the wholesale and retailers, as we are looking forward, is 18.6%. So there is a good opportunity for the employment and as well as to grow their business. So the India-Angola relationship, let's talk about the relation. It has been the second partner in India's share about 10.6% of Indian trade with Angola. Angola supports India's election for UNSC non-permanent seat for period of 2022, as well as the government of India offers the Angola sideline of credit. It's called 100 million USD in May 2021 for defense and military. Government of India has, through Exim Bank, extended 3 line of control, that's LOC, value of agreement segregation of 85 million USD, as well as 40 million for finance railway in Angola. Setting up to an agriculture park in Angola is around 15 for the setting up for the textile project in Angola. Angola has shown interest to join the E-Bharti as well as E-Arogya, that is E-Arogya Bharti, it's EVBAB network projects. Moving on the Angola's major import destinations, that is Portugal, China, USA, South Africa, Brazil, and many others. You can see in the screen, they have a good potential from others as well as Portugal and China and USA. How about the export destinations? They are exporting a lot in China, India, USA, South Africa, Taiwan, and many other. Around 45.50% on the screen you can see here with the China, and India is 6.90. So we can raise the numbers. So these are the top 5 Indian items exported to Angola. So meat and meat preparation, petroleum products, transport equipment, drug, pharmaceutical, fine chemicals, as well as man-made yarn and fabric metals. And what Angola export to India is petroleum crude oil, iron, steel, copper, aluminium, and leads. Moving to the next slide, which is very important about Angola's agriculture food sector overview. Currently cultivating approximately 10% of its 35 million hectares of arable land as essential for 88% of farming in Angola, and a small to medium size, and it's used mainly to regional farming. The agriculture communities produces including bananas, potatoes, sweet corn, like lots of pineapples as well. And agriculture account for 11.5% of Angola's USD, 62.7 billion GDP in 2020. Angola imports most products due to its very low capacity to produce locally. So we have this opportunity to export our the products and open up a new business and start up with the business to improve their production line. So Angola currently imports more than half of its food. So if we talk about the Angola's agriculture food volume in terms of metric tons, it has got consistently growing up. From 2016 to 2019-20, it has grown up in a very good number. So to 16, you can see it was 2.36, as well as 19 to 20, it was 2.91. So these are the increase in product of selected agriculture products like cereals, dry foods, poultry farming, beef, in the food, in terms of foods. So you see the cereals have been raising 48%, which is very almost half of it. The dry foods is covering up as well as 43%, and the rest goes as for your seen on the screen. Food sector in Angola. In Angola, food is sold both through modern retail as well as informal channels. Local industry sources estimate more than 70% of agriculture produced in channels channelized through retail sales. The most important point in here, I would like to tell you that the informal retail includes more small groceries as well as open air market locally. So in Luanda, formal retail is developing very rapidly. Also, I would like to mention one more point. Angola's current import is about 206,000 tons of wheat flour. So the food sector in Angola. Chicken meat is the most widest consumption and most affordable protein in Angola. And also they're producing 25 tons of chicken meat per year. For example, 10% of their total market demand. So here we also get one more point to achieve those numbers and targets to fulfill and export our food. So most processed food and imported, including basing of vegetables, which may offer opportunities for local values added manufacturing and many other expansion for agriculture production. This is a poultry wheat values in ton 2018 to 2020. They have got 25 tons every each 3 years that we have got. The export, they could not export anything because the import was 418, then 360 and 294 tons, which is a lot in numbers. As you see on the screen, this is the most important point that we can all have. There are top 25 produced foods imported by Angola. So you can take a note as well. They are looking for cheese, olive oil, pastries, biscuits, and many other products, tobacco, juices, buffalo meat, soybeans, and many other products. So you can take a note as well. So there's a good expansion plan. So leading market supermarket retailers in Angola, just like we have more or maybe Reliance Fresh here. So they have got Nassau Super, that is 28 outlets, that's the most outlets in Luanda, as well as in Angola. And the rest follows with the numbers. Going on the project and programs, they have upcoming projects for agriculture recovery project, that's duration for 17 to 22 for 5 years, and they are focused on rural development. And the cost for the project is 7.61 million USD. As well as they have upcoming and ongoing projects going on for fisheries and aquaculture projects. The duration is 15 to 21 for 6 years. Again, they are focused for rural development, and the project costs for 12.14 million USD. And same goes to for the next year fish processing plant, that is gonna like 60,000 tons of fish per year, and processing factory including the construction is almost 70% is done, just waiting for the last 30% by the end of this year. So it will cost around 90 million USD. The cost expected to provide nearly 900 jobs opportunity for the locals. So moving ahead with the agri and food processing companies, as you all can see, these are the 10 companies. They have been doing very well. You can take a note as well. The star one, as well as the Refengo, they are into beverages. The meat, MIT, they are going to meat manufacturing. So the trade fair and exhibitions. So the trade fair and exhibitions, mostly these are the there are a lot of them, but these are which are the most comfortable and more famous, I can say, the exhibitions in Africa. It's Africa Agri Investment in Bala, Africa Agri Tech, Food Pro, Food Africa Cario. The association and government chambers, I can talk about that. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries of Angola, this is the important one. And the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, Luanda, is in Angola. So this is more important now, the steps for success. Knowing yourself, understanding your services and infrastructure, capacity, as well as you're suitable for Angola's product approval certification allotted by the sources and budgets. You need to look around for that. The second is knowing market. If you know the market, Angola market, the new trends, what customer needs, who are your competitors, then you can easily grab that market. Preparing yourself, defining strategy, roadmap, budget again, preparing the market into regional language, that is Portuguese, I have mentioned before, as well as production as per the Angola standards, processed by applying for government trends. Then approaching the customers, this is a very leading point at the moment to achieve the appropriate and potential customers, approaching to a relevant association and clusters, attending trade fairs, as I mentioned earlier, conferences, and using the social media for update, digital lead generation, and physical climatic, which is another important point for B2B and B2C. Then form of expansion. Again, as we have gone through all this expansion plan, before we go on that, let's have a review on what exactly and how you can explore your business. So here's a manufacturing unit. There is a delivery center, food processing unit, packaging unit, and R&D center, research and development center. So I will ask my IT team to play a video for you people to give you an overlook on Angola's agriculture.
Welcome to Angola, where potential looms large. At nearly 500,000 square miles, this vast country is home to a broad range of landscapes spanning arid savannas to rainforests. Agriculture is already big business here, but has the potential to become much bigger. Of Angola's arable land, only 15% is currently cultivated. The provinces of Benguela, Luanda, and Kwanza Sul represent 40% of total Angolan fruit production, led by apple and pear, followed by citrus and grape. As demand continues to rise, exporting opportunities have yet to be fully explored.
Angola, desse ponto de vista agrícola, é um país onde se pode produzir tudo. Café, cacau, o amendoim, laranja, limão, tangerina, o tipo do ananás, a manga, a banana. Temos duas estações mais ou menos definidas, portanto, um período correspondente àquilo que se poderia chamar verão, e depois uma estação mais seca e com temperaturas ligeiramente mais baixas, que se chamam cassino. Temos uma grande bacia hidrográfica, temos muitos rios, ou seja, desde o ponto de vista natural, nós temos excelentes condições para poder desenvolver agricultura.
Luego también la incorporación de la parte pecuaria. Estamos utilizando tecnología de punta sin ser agresivo con el medio. También tenemos un régimen de lluvia de 1.100 a 1.200 milímetros anuales, lo que favorece la agricultura de secano.
The Lobito Corridor, a 1,300-kilometre stretch of railway through the west of Angola to the port of Lobito, offers a great passage for the country's fruit and vegetables. Kick-started by state reforms in 2017, shipments have been growing exponentially each year. The preference for fruit shipments over air freight to reduce carbon emissions plays to Angola's strengths, as does its competitively priced reefer containers and transit times of less than 3 weeks from Luanda to Rotterdam. The potential of Angola's agricultural sector continues to grow as the government actively supports a more diversified economy.
Nós hoje ainda fazemos orçamento pensando em quantos barris de petróleo vamos produzir aos poucos, e essa é a nossa, digamos, ambição, mudar este paradigma. Quantas toneladas de milho, quantas toneladas de batata, quantas toneladas de arroz é que nós vamos ser capazes de produzir. Nós temos condições para isso.
Yes, just give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Também bom. Temos todas as condições para produzir. E não é só na agricultura, em todos os setores. O que eu diria é venda.
Eu vivo em Angola há 26 anos, mas consegui em Angola aquilo que eu nunca conseguiria no meu país e se calhar nem na Europa. Ter as facilidades de poder investir, desenvolver, de ter feito, já fiz muito mais que aquilo que alguma vez pensei fazer. E por isso eu estou muito grato à Angola e aos angolanos. Angola é um país maravilhoso para viver. Maravilhoso.
Welcome to Angola, where potential loom.
So that was a great video we have just shared. Thank you, IT team. I'd like to invite Mr. Antonio or Mr. Lelo Francisco, please. Yeah, Mr. Lelo, you can, Francisco, kindly take it from here.
Okay, thank you. And first of all, I would like to thank Christian team and for this opportunity to allow us to present for this assistance the great opportunity that we have in agriculture sector. Let me start to share my presentation. I think, yes, it starts. Well, yeah, let me start to introduce AIPEX. AIPEX is a private investment agency who is in charge to promote and to attract private investments and also to promote exports. Our goal. We deal with the investors. Our goal is to provide the better assistance for all the investors, to provide service, to support the investors in all the process of their business. All the investors that come to Angola, AIPEX have a good condition to assist them and to provide all the service for the project implementation. The objectives of AIPEX is to improve the business environment, to promote competition and productivity in our country, and to support local production, industrialization, inclusive development, and import substitution. We are in our country the single point. We have created very recently the one-stop service. That is investor gateway, and it is a service that concentrating all the process that you need to set up your business in Angola. In a one-stop service that we call JOY in Angola, all the investors that need service from the Angola government come to this service, and AIPEX on behalf of the investor act to get all the service that the investor may need to implement his business in Angola. Let me share with you some things about the private investments law. In this law, we have a priority sectors, and agriculture and food and agro industry are one of these priority sectors. To priority sectors, we provide very good incentive that I will present in this presentation. Besides agriculture, we have as a priority sectors specialized health service, we have education, we have industry, we have textile, we have footwear, we have tourism. All these sectors in the private investments law are considered that are priority sectors for the investor and for the incentives. The incentives in our country, we have the best and the better incentives in the countryside. It is in the rural areas. Even when you are moving to the interior of our country, you get from our law the best incentives. Let me share with you some of those incentives. In Angola, the income tax, normal income tax, is 25%. But for agriculture, this income tax is only 10%. And this tax can be reduced until 90%. It depends where your project is located. And we have in the private investments law one regime that allow you to deal with the Angola government the best reduction. Not only this that I'm showing you, you can deal, you can negotiate with the government another incentives. The incentive that suits you better than this that I'm showing you. The Angola was during long time oil dependent country. Now we are diversifying our economy, and agriculture is a very important sector to this diversification. That's why the public politics, the government politics are to support all the process in agriculture. That way, our objective as country is to increase domestic production and reduce food imports. We have a very good localization in our continent, and to be the gateway for international companies that want to invest in Africa. And with this process, with this political, we want to reduce imports of agriculture foods that we are doing until now, and try to diversify exports. As I say, we used to be an oil-dependent country, and now we want to diversify the exports for agriculture products, some industrial products that we know that we have a good condition to do it in our country. Why you invest in agriculture in Angola? As I say, because now we are diversify our economy. We have very different diversity of natural resource. We have lands, and we have good capacity of production in agriculture. Also, we have, as a country, we have a great natural potentiality. We have more than 35 million hectares of arable lands. We have very good capacity of irrigation soils, because we have very good rivers, very good water resources that makes Angola a very good country to make agriculture. Also, we have a very good climatic diversity for the agriculture. That way you can develop very different kind of cultures. About the diversity of natural resources, we have abundance of water resource with access at least 12% of African water tables. We have it in our country. Also, we have the high crop diversity with the predominance of corn, beans, cassava, and peanuts. And all these conditions we have on all of the country. But the agriculture now is, we are doing in few provinces like Wish, like Malange, like Kwanza Sul, like Benguela, like Kwambu, like Bié, but we have condition to do it in all over the country. Also, as I say, that we have extensive area for agriculture. In the country, we have some agriculture poles that are available for the investor, are available for the agriculture. Now we have all conditions there to start a large scale production in this agriculture poles. About the capacity of our production, now we are producing less than we can. If you can see in this map, Angola have the less production if you compare with his capacity. It means that we have condition to expand, to increase our production in agriculture sectors. And about the opportunities, we have several opportunities in agriculture sectors. We have cotton. Now we have 3 big factory textile in Angola producing, and we have not cotton for this factory. We import most of the cotton needed in this for this factory. We start now to produce some cotton, but the cotton is very good and a very big opportunity for the investor in this sector. Banana, we are the #1 producing banana in Africa. We have very good condition to produce banana. Coffee, in the past, we used to be the biggest producer of coffee in Africa, but we also continue to have good condition to produce coffee. Sugar cane, also we have very good condition. We produce sugar cane, but not enough, and we have condition to improve this production. Cereals, we import corn, we import wheat, and we have very good condition to increase this production. Fruits, also we have very good condition for fruits, for palms, for vegetable, for honey, and for palm. Continue with the opportunities. We need to improve seeds production and seedling production. We need to invest in fertilizers and pesticides plants. We need investment for the meat production and processing production. All these production are very important, and we have a very good opportunity on this all sector. We also have a very good opportunity in cereal and legume production, also to animal and feed production. So it means that in the agriculture sector, we have many opportunity for the investment. Where to invest in Angola? In agriculture sector in Angola, you can invest in all over the country. We have good condition to invest in all over the country. All over the country, we have water, we have arable lands, and we have available land for the investor. The investors are welcome to invest in all over the country. Challenge. Yes, we are facing some challenge. Now we are in transition from family farming to mechanized and industrialized production. Now, we have now some of big companies producing, but we need to increase this kind of companies. We need to power the family companies and to make this transition real. Also, we need to improve the way that the family are doing the production. We need to produce locally all the inputs for the agriculture, seeds, fertilizers, pesticides. All these inputs we import, and for the investor, it represents a very good opportunity of the investment. Also, we need to improve the all logistical condition to support agriculture in the country, like the supplies of spare part, machinery, and equipment. All these challenges are not difficult, are opportunity for the investors. We need to develop the value chain for the agribusiness sector. That way, the agriculture is the key point to start our Angola diversification. Continue with this difficult, but for us is a very good opportunity, is that yes, we have productions in agriculture, but it's not very diversified production. The most production are for cassava, banana, corn, sweet potato. We need to diversify also this production. And it means that we have the opportunity for all the another kind of product that can be done in Angola. And the same is the same is these slides. We have the same information, and we are shown the province that we have more production of corn and beans. But as I said, we have conditions to do it in all over the country. To final remarks, I need to remember you that Angola holds a very huge, a tremendous agricultural potential. It means that for the investors, for the futures, Angola have very, very good condition to invest. Now we need to improve our infrastructure, our technology. We need to more investors to come to invest. And from Angola, the investor can reach the African market and all the global markets producing. Like Brazil is done now with agriculture, Angola have the same condition to do like Brazil is doing now. Now my invitation for all the investors, all the company that is in this meeting, they will be welcome in Angola. We have all conditions to support them in all process. AIPEX have created good condition to support, to assist company to get the lands, and to support all process to set up the company and to start a business in agriculture in my country. Thank you the opportunity for this opportunity. Thank you, Crescendo, and thank you, Z, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Lelo. That was a brief introduction. I hope our viewers must have gone through all the points and got it. So moving on, the next, we'll have a poll questions that we'll introduce. So I just request our team if you can take up the poll questions. Yeah. So I want all the participants to have a look on these questions and take an initiative to fill this up. So we'll understand the business possibilities as well as your expansion plans. Have you ever been attracted towards African continent before. Yeah. So we have 5 questions. So one have already said. Let's go. Yeah. That's great. So we've got 50% till now for the second question. And yes, 112% for the third question. That's perfect. The expansion plan has to be, yes, yeah, we got it very right. Yeah. Packaging unit, R&D center, okay. So food processing unit, we have got most till now. R&D center, just one, I would say it will be a great opportunity for the business, as well as we can explore new market, not only in Angola, but all over Africa as well, you can say. That's perfect. So we have manufacturing unit. So just 15 have 16 people, 17 people that have just engaged with the questionnaire. I will request the rest 30, 40 people, please join the poll questions and kindly fill the details. Just take a minute, less than a minute. Food processing unit, we have got the most till now, 74% poll, as well as the manufacturing unit, packaging, R&D center. Visit or participate in international exhibitions, yes. So 21 people have just, I would request rest to just go through the poll questions and fill the details kindly. We are understanding more about your company. We can give you suitable things that you can do in Angola to expand your business, as well as to give you a brief idea. We have left 3 more minutes for these questions. If we get more of it, yeah, we are coming up with the 3rd minute. So we have got food processing unit like 78%, which is very good. I would request. Yeah, we have got all the answers. No problem. That's great. That's great. So the expansion plans, manufacturing unit, packaging unit, R&D center. That's great. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your attendance. I really appreciate that. So coming up for the next is question and answers. I would request all the participants to take the initiative and type in the chat box, so we can so Mr. Lelo Francisco, he can answer it one by one. So I think we have a first question. Yeah. What is the possibilities? Mr. Lelo, if you can answer for the question, please.
Yes, please let me know the question, please.
Yeah. Is there any, what are the possibilities of PPs in agriculture in Angola? That's the first question we have got.
Yes, we have a very large program of PPP process, but we have 41 projects now in pipeline for PPP programs, but we have not the agriculture process in this program. But we have in the privatization program, we have some of public farmers that now will be in this program of privatization, and we have also the PPP modality to do this privatization program.
Okay, that's great. We have another question is thinking on a very long-term concession of land to allow agri industry development.
I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
Okay.
Because the sound is very with the echo.
Okay, no problem. Thinking of very long-term concessions of land to allow agro industry development. Is that better?
Yes, I think it's about the concession of land. No? That is the question.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. The minimum time we can get land from the in Angola, the lands belongs to the government, to the states, are not private, and we provide concession of use this land.
Okay.
And we can provide the minimum period is 60 years, and you can renew of use this land.
Okay, that's great. Some of the viewers have just asked for the security situation in Angola. What are the security situations? Mr.
Angola is a very stable country. You know that Angola is a democratic country, and we are in peace more than 20 years.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, that's why. Yes, we have no conflicts, we have no war, we know nothing, and the security is very good in our country. That's why you can see that we have good companies, big companies investing in Angola. It means that security is not a problem for the investors.
Okay, that's great. I hope they have got the answers. Mr. Kumar wants to ask any monetary or loan subsidy scheme for agriculture business apart from tax benefit? Yeah, you get my question? I think we have just lost a connection.
There is a question, Mr. I didn't.
Yes.
About
We have a question for Mr. Kumar. He's asking like any monetary or loan subsidy scheme for agriculture business apart from tax benefits.
Yes, it's about tax benefits in agriculture process. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. As I said in my presentation, income tax in Angola 25%, but for agriculture, normal income tax is 10%. Okay. But if you invest in our country, in Angola, you can reduce this income tax until 90%. It means that you pay only in maximum maybe 2% of income tax during 8 years. But we have in a private investment law, we have three regimes. We have a special regimes for the priority sectors. That agriculture is a priority sectors, and for special regimes we have a very good this income tax reduction in incentives. But we have also the contractor regimes. These contractor regimes allow you to negotiate directly with the government. It means that you can reduce more this income tax, or even give exemption of this income tax. That's why the agriculture is the sector with the biggest incentives in our law.
Details, if any, livestock available for meat processing?
Sorry, can you repeat?
One of the viewers is saying he wants to know about the livestock available for meat processing.
Livestock?
Yes.
Yes, livestock, like agriculture, is also the priority sectors. And let me put here the picture. We import as country more than $1.5 billion in food, and the meat, even chicken, are the most the value of this import is very big. It means that livestock and meat processing is very, very, very important. Now we are looking for the investor, and we have some investors now in Angola, but they are looking for the partners. It means that if you in this meeting we have an investor, a company that they are doing livestock and meat processing, we have already companies make something, but in very few companies that they need partner to do it. And the same incentive that I say that we have in agriculture sector, we have the same incentive for the livestock.
Okay, okay, that's great. So we have one more question from Mr. Mansoor. He's asking, what are the process to buy agricultural land? Is government support to buy land or agriculture or food processing?
Let me, because to get you is very difficult because the sound is not very good.
Okay, what are the process to buy agricultural land? Is government support to buy land for agriculture or food processing?
Is about to buy land? Are you asking this one?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, all the process to get lands, as I say, the lands in Angola are honored by the government, the states. All the process to get lands can be supported by AIPEX. For everything that you may need to set up your business, your company, to implement your process, AIPEX is your partner. You will get all of the services from us, from AIPEX. It means that if you want to come now to invest in agriculture, you need available lands to do it. AIPEX have the job to do it for you on behalf of the investors. It means all process will get from our assistance.
Okay, that's great. We have one more question from Mr. Singh. He's asking like, they are the manufacturers spray dried powder of fruit and vegetable. He's asking, is there any business opportunity for them? They're into spray dried powder of fruit and vegetable. So they're asking, is there any business possibilities for them?
Yes. There is very good opportunity, and so sometimes we still import some vegetable products here in Angola. We have very good condition to do it, and we have very good opportunity. As I say, we have all the same incentives that I said for this activity. And let me add in my answer. I'm seeing there's some question. How is the potential of fruit juice in Angola? Very big. We import 100% of fruit juice that we have produced here in Angola. We come from abroad. We import it. It means that we have very good condition to produce tropical fruits, but to do fruit juice in Angola, we import all the raw material to do it. It means that the potential is very high to do it in Angola. And there is a question: what is the market potential for pickles and the masala pots? Yes, we have condition to do it. No one is doing pickles here in Angola. And as I say, we have good condition to produce in Angola and from Angola to export for the world. It means that we have land, we have good climate, we have good incentives. If you can produce from Angola to the world, even pickles and the masala pots.
Okay, and we have one more question is, how about the frozen buffalo meat market in Angola?
Frozen
buffalo meat market in Angola.
Yeah, let me put here the picture. Our economy is very dependent. We import most of things, and as I say, we need to develop the value chain of in agriculture sectors. In this frozen for meat and this etc., etc. Yes, we need to do it. We need to improve all the logistical ways. We need to do it.
Okay. So we have one more question is about from Tushar. He's asking the conditions and electricity, road, and water supply. What will be the condition of
Water supply?
Yes, electricity, road, and water supply.
Yes, it depends where are you investing. We made very good progress in water supply and electricity. For example, if you are investing in the city like Luanda, water supply and electricity is not a big issue. You can, for example, invest in ZE. ZE is a free zone that you have a very good infrastructure. We have water supply, we have electricity. But when you are moving to the countryside, yes, for the rural areas, yes, we have some difficulties of water supply and electricity. That's why it depends where are you located. But in the city and some very big city, we have these issues. We have electricity, very good. We have water supply. We made very good progress on these issues.
Okay, I hope Mr. Tushar got the answer. I hope all of them must have got the answers. We have one more from, what about the repetition fund investment? That is big deal for the investors that prevents to go. Can you retaliate, rectify?
Can you repeat, please?
What about the retention fund investment? This is a big deal for the investor, absolutely. So, what about the clarification that you can give? You can provide to them.
I think I cannot get you well.
Okay. Okay. So, what about the potential for juice, fruit juice in Angola?
The potential for fruit. Okay. I think I already responded to this question, but again, we have the drink industry in Angola is the most developed industry that we have, and the juice companies are the big ones that we have here, juice and beer. But all the raw material on this industry come from abroad, is imported.
Yeah.
That's a way that the potential of this industry is very high, very big. Now we have very good condition to produce fruit here in Angola. Angola have a good potential to produce tropical fruit like orange, lemon, mango, pineapple. All these fruits we can produce here in a very good condition. But that's why for the juice industry, the potential is very high. Let me, there is a question, he's asking, I think, from Mr. Salil Gupta. Is there a government board to purchase agriculture produce, or we buy it directly from the farmer? No, you buy directly from the farmer. No, even the agriculture, is in a free market, and the dealer or people who want to buy the producer from the farmer can do it directly from the farmer.
question from Salil Gupta.
There is another question from Mr.
Gupta, yeah.
Nagasinya, I think. What is the current government license and required to market food produced from India? So my team will send for Mr. I think Mr. Nagasinya all the requirements for the import food from India, but it's not just from India, for all of the world. The requirements are the same, and my team will send a message or email with all this information. Please, Mr. Nagasinya, let's hear your email, and your email address. We will contact you with all this information. Yes, there is another question for Ms. Mahapatra. Sorry, but because maybe I'm not spelling good the names, I'm very sorry for that. And he is asking, how is the dairy sector in Angola? In opportunity, yes, all the opportunity, like the another sectors. We have a dairy sector, but we import all the raw material. Now we are producing some milk, some butter, margarine, but all the raw material we import. We need to start producing locally and to improve our dairy sector. That way, yes, we have a very good opportunity, and the incentives are very similar. That I've been say here that compared with agricultural sectors. That's why, yes, we have very good opportunity, and my team will send for you some project that we have here in dairy sector. Maybe we can talk more about this, the opportunity in these sectors. This is for Mr. Mahapatra. Please let us know your email, and my team will contact you. We have also, again, the message from Mr. Yes, he has said his email very good. What kind of message are we looking at for agribusiness and food process unity? Please share data for this as well. Very good. Okay, we will share all this information. We are looking for investors that want to produce locally from Angola directly, but also that investors that are able to make some partnership with local producer. Is producing directly, producing in agro processing foods. So we need the investor that can suit all value chain in agriculture sectors. But we will share in your email some concrete project that we have, and that we need investors.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So I think, how about the scope of grapes production?
Yeah, about corruption?
No. Grapes production, grapes.
Ah, great. Yeah. We have some production. Some of them are big, but very few. Mm-hmm. And so we still, as I say, we are still importing some of these products. It means that we have condition, we have space in the market for more investors, for more companies producing here. We need to be aware that we have a very good localization in our continent, and we have a very big market. You cannot see Angola as only Angola as a country. You need to know that if once you come to Angola, you can have more than 300 million consumers as markets. You can reach these markets because we have ports, we have railways that can come to Angola, to our neighbor countries. Yeah. It means that all these opportunities is not only for the Angola market. It could be to Angola market, for the African market, and for the European market or China market. You can, from Angola, you can produce globally for around the world, because we have extensive lands, good lands, we have water, we have conditions, we have good incentives. And if you compare Angola and, for example, Brazil, we have the better condition that Brazil. If we compare when Brazil started to do agriculture and where we are now, it means that we can move fast and produce in big scale to the world.
How about tea and coffee market in Angola?
Tea market, we have not tea production, and we have very few, and not very large, because tea is not a tradition here to produce tea.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have very good condition and some province, because we received in the past some Indian companies here in AIPEX, and they were searched for the condition for producing tea, and they found some province that have the good condition to do it. We have condition. The coffee market, yes, we used to be in the past the #3 in the world export producing coffee. It means that yes, the condition to do it, we have it, and now it is start again to producing coffee. We have some program to support the producer, and yes, it's one kind of production that is available for the investor. The local one, they are available to do some partnership. We have some concrete project with us, and if we in this meeting we have companies that want to make some partnership or to buy coffee from Angola, we can provide all this information for these companies, all those companies. I think you are mute. You're mute.
Which are the potential market for masala if a plant is set up in Angola? What support does the government provides for marketing those in the continent? This question from Mr. Satish.
I'm not sure if I get everything. You are mute.
He wants to know the potential market for masala. Maybe normally we eat masala in every flavor of food. So he wants a plan is set up in Angola. What support does the government provides, and what are the marketing those in the continent? What will be the marketing?
Okay. I'm not sure about the masala market in particular, but all the similar production, we have a very good market, and but maybe I don't know who is asking about this masala market. Maybe
Mr. Satish.
Sorry,
It's Mr. Satish Suryavanshi.
Yes, Mr. Satish, I think he can share email for my team. Will take it, and we will send this information for him.
Okay, that's great. Also, we will schedule a one-to-one meeting post this session with all the attendees. We have one more question from Mr. Bud. He's asking, what are the industrial unit ownership required do we need a local partner or the foreign can, 100% ownership?
No, very good question. Yeah, in this private investments law in Angola, the foreign company, they don't need to have a local partner to run anything, any business in Angola. For the industrial sector, they can run it by themselves as investor. They will have the same right as the Angolan companies have. It means that the partnership need to be free by will of the parts of the Angola parts and the Indian side. It means there is no needs of there is no obligation of partnership by the law. There is no minimum amount to invest in Angola. The investment it depends of the investor and of the project that we set up in Angola. Yeah, okay, 100% of it means that foreign company can be on 100% of a local company.
Okay, I hope Mr. Satish, we've got the answer. How we have one more question. Does turmeric has a good scope, growing, processing, and market potential? Turmeric.
Farmers?
Turmeric.
Miss, can you please repeat the
Well,
question?
Does turmeric powder has good scope, growing, processing, and market potential?
Sim, Roy? Roy?
Yeah, yeah. I was asking what turmeric. What is that? What is turmeric?
Okay, turmeric. It's a turmeric powder that we use. It's like an antibiotic thing.
Okay, fine. We can, you can drop us the email,
Yeah.
and then we will proceed contacting him to give the information on market potential about this specific product.
Ah, turmeric.
Yes,
Turmeric. Yes, okay, the same, and yes, we will send an email, please. I think it's Nuno Rosa, I don't know if he's saying, but we will send information about this product.
Okay. So, Mr. Satish, you can drop your emails, and also we can have a one-to-one meeting with the Angola government agency. So, yeah. So I guess we are done with the questions for now. Yes. Yeah, it's done. Yeah. Do I have any more questions that we can ask to Mr. Lelo? I guess that's it from our side. Yes, Mr. Lelo, do you want to brief anything?
Please let me make a request. Maybe it's for all the participants on this event. It could be good for us if they could share the email contact, for maybe to share with us. We need to share with them some information that we have, and to ideal that we presented here today. For us is very, very, very important.
We think Crescendo has got the contact of every participant, particularly those that are from the Indian market. We will need to have this so that we'll continue to get in touch with everybody to make sure we give the necessary support.
Yeah, that is. Okay. Yeah.
I don't see any questions are coming up. So let's conclude our session. I would like to highlight some points which are to be taken under consideration. The first is this is a right time to focus on Luanda, Angola, Africa, and benefits from the demanding opportunities and requirements, and at the same time opening doors for serving neighboring countries as well. The government is also offering complete support for FDI, that is foreign companies in Luanda, as well as Angola, through various incentive programs and subsidies. This is a favorable situation to strengthen mutual ties in agro and food processing sector within two countries. We are looking forward for your requirements and interests, which will be glad to support throughout the business transactions. Yeah.
Can I,
So,
can I answer a question?
Yes.
Yes, I'm speaking on behalf of the Luanda Bengo Special Economic Zone.
Yes.
Also, there is a question, what is the Indian population of Indians in Angola? Well, we can provide those numbers later. We don't have them now, but
Okay.
it is important to know there are very good relations between Angola and India. We have so
Yes.
many Indian companies operating in Angola in the manufacturing. Actually, we have some of them operating in the special economic zone as well, and others are doing imports and exports. So Indians are very much welcome in Angola, and we are open to actually help you here. So there is very good relations between the both governments as well, and there's everything. The market also available for Indian companies interested in the Angolan market.
That's
Thank
great.
you very much.
Thank you so much. Also, I would request the company share the company profile in order to take this discussion ahead and addresses support accordingly. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for joining this webinar. We appreciate your time, and I hope you have got all your answers being given by the Angolan team. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and we wish you everyone to be safe and healthy, and stay home and take care of yourself. Thank you so much. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.